Well, hi, hey, and welcome to the Learn Podcast Production podcast. My name is Toby Lyles, here with 24 Sound. I'm excited to take you through another one. Today we are talking about Izotope. Like, how long has it been? We have not talked about RX. Isn't it about time? So here we are. We're talking about RX6, and I think it's about time. So I want to show you guys the leveler today. There is so many things on RX6 that are super important to know, and I will show you. We will take care of a bunch of that stuff. Let me know if you have anything particularly that you're having problems with. I'd love to work on this first. But in the meantime, I want to show you the leveler. Now I'm showing you the leveler because the leveler is like the most, in my mind, underappreciated. You know, it's the underdog, and I'm rooting for the underdog today. I've never heard anybody talk about the leveler. Like, I searched up stuff. Like, there's almost no information that I've seen about the leveler, and I think in dialogue, why would you not want to deal with the leveler? The leveler is specifically a dialogue thing. Now, for those who don't know, the leveler is different than loudness. The leveler is simply kind of like the waves. What's the word I'm looking for? The fader, vocal rider. That's the one. We're kind of like the waves vocal rider. The leveler is trying to make automatic fading choices based upon audio it sees. It's looking for audio specifically, although it does music as well. And it's looking to change the dynamics, the vocals, but it's not using compression. It's using literal volume changes, using keyframes, lots and lots of keyframes to adjust the volume. Now, like any automated thing, it screws things up like crazy, but wow, it does a good job at when it does a good job. And if you are mild with your settings and you have good audio to start with, it can be hard to lose with this. So I'm going to show you just what I would do with this. And for those listening, I'll tell you about it. You'll probably be able to catch you'll hear everything. And I think that's what matters. So this is just as much audio as it is video. The loudness, of course, I'm a big fan of the audio side. The loud, just so you know, I have a loudness plugin open as well. And this is simply just to see what exactly it has a meter on it. Basically, it shows you the stats on what's happening. So I'll mention that once in a while. Right now, I'm starting with an interview with my father that you guys, we played back a few ago. And this is a raw audio. The integrated LKFS is negative 34.1. Peaks 7.8. And I've got a 14.1 loudness range. So my RMS, the leveler works on RMS. Now, RMS and LKFS or LUFS, or, you know, pick your name. RMS and loudness and LKFS are different. They are different. So LKFS and UFS are the same thing, but basically don't count me on it. But if I remember right, that's what they are. Well, let me know if you see something different. But RMS is basically a voltage thing, and there's basically this VU. I'm not going to get into this, but there's VU, RMS, and this loudness, and probably some others that I'm not remembering at the moment. But as far as ways to judge loudness, people judge loudness in a variety of ways over time. The best way to know right now, in my opinion, is LKFS. So, and it is. It's not just my opinion. That's like industry standard right now. So the leveler is going on RMS though. So the leveler is going for a voltage, basically voltage measurement, and or whatever their volume. It's the RMS measurement, and it's looking for a dialogue, and it's going to turn it up or turn it down. That's what it does, and it's doing it on a volume thing. So here we have our leveler, and right now it says that our audio that's selected is 32.5, negative 32.5 total RMS. Our target level is negative 18. We have a responsiveness of 0.3, preserved dynamics of 0. We have an S reduction of 55.2 and a breath control of negative 16. Now, the S reduction and breath control is super cool because both of those they will actually not be, it will not be turning up breaths. It will not be turning up the S's. And so that just makes a much smoother audio. That's what you want. I think sometimes it's not what you want turned up, but what you don't want turned up. That's important to know. So, yeah. So that's what it's not doing. It's not turning up something. It's so cool. So I'm going to just set the clip gain. I have this, and we're going to listen to what this sounds like. Now you'll notice as we go through this that it's for one taking longer than I expected. Sorry for that pause, and it's also this first one might be a little bit choppy. So one of the dangers with the leveler is that it can be choppy, and it can be kind of like this, in and out. It finally ran, so let's play it, and you can hear how that sounds.
Probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next, though, with Audacity, the earlier version.
So how's that sound? A little choppy? Here's the original. I will not alter the volume.
Probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next, though,
so it's a lot quieter, but man, it's a lot smoother, is it not? So that's not good. I haven't talked about the dialogue in music on the leveler. I feel like music's a little it's slower, and dialogue is a little faster. So it's more responsive. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Now I normally keep responsiveness and dynamics somewhere in the middle. So let's try this. We're going to try responsiveness and dynamics somewhere in the middle of the sliders, and target levels at -18. We'll just keep it there. We'll run the leveler, and we'll see how this sounds. And hopefully it will be much better.
Probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next, though,
yeah, that's not too shabby. Now, something I haven't shown or talked to you guys about is that at the end of this file, I have selected my background noise. So he and I are in the same room, facing each other, backs of mics to each other, and I'm probably 6 feet away from him. And in the original file, it's pretty quiet. But as I do the leveler, let's
I
as
guess, it used to.
So what does your process look like? You guys have recorded. It's on this little tiny recorder. Notice how loud that is. It really turns that background up. Now, for those who can see it, the background's a lot quieter. I'll even play it for you.
I guess, it used to.
So what does your process look like? You guys have recorded. So I've got peak somewhere around -36, whereas the end of his audio is at
I guess, it used to.
27-ish on the meters here. So it's quiet, right? It's quiet in the background, but it's not quiet enough. And this leveler decides that it's audio, and it is, and it's vocal, and it is, and so it turns it up. So this goes to the point that before you do any audio, you're going to want to, you want to clean it up first. So you always want to do, any noise suppression, any clicking, any breath control, anything that needs to be taken out, and especially any gating or whatever it is to take out that background stuff. You want to do that first. So this is not, I wish it was, I think it has the potential really to take out some of that background noise and notice that. And it could figure out bleed. That's what this is. That's what the vocal writer live has a little bleed function. So if this did something like that, I would be more than ecstatic if it had a function, and especially if it gave a function of even some settings around how to figure out that bleed. That'd be wonderful. It doesn't, and so I just want to warn you of that. You want to clean up your audio first. You want to do your de-bleeds. You want to do your denoise, all of that beforehand. So now I'm going to show you just one difference. Let's try preserve dynamics at 0 and preserve dynamics at 100, just so you can see the difference.
Probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next,
Now you'll notice that the background noise really got turned up on this one. So, here you can even, let's listen.
much, I guess, as it used to.
So what does your process look like? You guys have recorded, it's on this little tiny.
So that just really got cranked up. And it kind of makes sense that it did. So let's go to 100. Let's see what that looks like. And you'll notice that as we do the preserves dynamics at 100, it's less likely to pick up that lower, like quieter stuff. So it leaves it at about the same level with this 20 decibel boost or whatever this thing's doing. It's some crazy boost that it does not jump up my audio. So the original audio,
Probably,
not original audio. This is just the beginning of the audio.
probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next, though, with Audacity,
I feel like that's still slightly choppy, but here's how it sounds at the very end. So where he ends and I begin.
much, I guess, as it used to.
So what does your process look like? You guys.
So it does not try to bump up my my bleed in there of my voice. It's much better at that, which is so good. So if you're having a issue, if it bumping up bleed or something like that, Dynamics is the thing to attack. And if we change responsiveness, let's try responsiveness up all the way with Dynamics at the 100 mark, and then we'll change it the other way around. We already did. No, we haven't done it all the way around yet.
Probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next, though, with Audacity, the earlier version.
So I like that better. It's smoother. It's not as choppy. We still have that slow. It doesn't really boost the bleed in the background so much better. Obviously, again, you would want to clean up that bleed before you got to this, but anything that doesn't, but you'd be a lot safer. So these are much safer settings right here. And if we changed it to a fast responsiveness, but we're trying to preserve the dynamics to 100, we'll see what that looks like next. And then we'll be done because you can only talk about a leveler for so long. But nonetheless, I feel like this leveler is, this is like a potential serious time saver. So as we wait for it and it's almost there, it's just a huge time saver. So let's listen. Here's the last settings we're going to try.
Probably it didn't have to do with Audacity, just the slowness of my computer. Next, though, with Audacity, the earlier version was lacking. But this updated one, as far as I know, it's the most updated, there are still things.
Interesting. So I like that. I'm not sure which one I like better. In fact, I'm trying hard to notice the difference. So if you notice the difference, let me know on those two. There is some great tutorials Izotope has out. So feel free to go dig around for that stuff if you have more questions, or hit me up. I'd love to help you out if you want something a little bit more detailed. Otherwise, that is Leveler in a nutshell. Right now, our LKFS is negative 4.7. Wow. That really cranked up that, really cranks that up. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. My goal is to help you. My goal is to partner with you. One way that we partner with you is I got frustrated with not being able to help quite a few people. I guess you can only help so much. And some people just needed a way to get trained on how to do audio and how to do it quickly and smoothly. Some people are just, they need to get moving. Some people have time to mess around with it and really tweak like we're doing today. And some people just want to get in and get out, and they want to know how to do it and do it very, very well, but they don't have time to mess around with this. And if you're doing this for a job or something, for a company, if you're starting a company, I made a course to help so you know how to make great audio sound great and move on and not mess around with it for ages, not tweak forever. Just know you've done the right job. Know that you're clear on what your goal was and you're good. So that is found at 24sound.thinkific.com or just go to the website 24sound, all one word, all spelled out, and we'd love to see you there. So thank you so much. Otherwise, go out, make the world sound great.